There was a young boy who was only 16. Fancy cars, a lot of money was his biggest dream. His mom tried to teach him right from wrong, but it did no good. Now he's on his own, living on the street with no shoes on his feet. He dropped out of school and there wasn't no end. He was tired being picked on by his friends. Until one day, he met this guy who was a big drug dealer who was very fly. He asked the kid, did he need anything? The kid thought for a moment about his big dream as he looked at the glitter from the dope man's rings. He gave the kid a package, a gun, a block. Now the kid's selling drugs and he cannot stop. One thing I can say, the kid was real brave, but now he's being enslaved in the drug trade. Just the other day, he bought him a Benz, but now he's got money, girls, and friends. Today was his 16th birthday. He had a lot on his mind, but now he's trying crack for the very first time. This was the day that he pressed his luck. One hit was too many, 1,000 wasn't enough. Now he's all around town puffing on pipes and cans and hiding from the big man. And you know when you mess up that big man money, you got to figure out how to get it. I'm going to tell you about this young man, what he did. He stepped on the block and started busting shots. He grabbed the money and busted another shot. Your people were scared. You hear cops come from everywhere. Soon as the cops pull up on the scene, he jumped in his Benz. You can hear the wheel scream like he had a girl in the guillotine. He was riding down the street looking back for the sirens, went a few blocks and pulling the parking lot and counting the money he got. There wasn't no time to stop. The city was very hot. Next day, chilling in the park, he could see the vision of an enemy in the dark. Next day, chilling in the park, he could see the vision of an enemy in the dark. Smoking a blunt, but he wasn't drunk. He was smoking a blunt, but he wasn't drunk. He could see the vision of a figure with his finger on the trigger, thinking that he was a bigger figure. He started to duck and weave between the cars. The brother was busting shots to him very hard. Bang, bang, 2 shots to the head. Now the little kid lays for dead in the drug trade. I said this story because we're having too many of these type stories going on in our community. We're having too many stories going on in our community and they're not in a book. They happen every day. And we're walking around, young men carrying pistols. When did we get to the point that we had to carry a gun to survive in our own community? When do you get to the point that someone that is that close to you is that serious that you have to carry a gun when you walk the street, when you go to the store, when you walk through the park? Why do you have to carry a gun? And the question is, the answer is that I gotta protect myself. I'm 55 years old. I never carried a pistol in my life. I did the gangster thing. I had something that God gave me and that was a mind and a brain how to manipulate my way through situations. And therefore, I always used my brain all my life. Yes, I served 18 years in the federal penitentiary. But I didn't do it for killing a man. I had many wars. I fought with these right here many days. But don't forget, I'm still here. I'm walking around with my brother on my shirt. This is not your particular celebrity. This is not your type rapper. This is not a dope dealer that I knew. This is a man that had a family. This is a man that had a mother. This is a man that had people who love him and cared about him. But the bullet has no name. My heart hurts. I have an organization in High Point. It's called Commander Peace Academy. We have had over 40-some deaths in the last 2 years. Young men, senseless death, dying. Story after story. And everybody just sits around. We'll bring them back. I love them. Memories. R.I.P. It's time for us to stop wearing these shirts with R.I.P. and start to live in peace. We need to start living in peace. We had a young man here that's on my shirt who had people he loved. You may not know the in-depths of the things that he was going through. You didn't know that this man may have health problems. You didn't know that this man had a son and a daughter who were looking for their daddy to be in the park playing with them. You didn't know. All because them wanted to be gangsters. I sat in the penitentiary and watched it packed with so many young men who can't do their time because they was on the street and they was walking around with their swagger, carrying their pistols, and they using their guns. Now they're in prison trying to figure out how they're going to make it for the next 20 years. I can't forget their mothers. I don't hate these young men who carry a gun. I don't tell them that you have to carry a gun or not carry a gun, but you need to learn to know it's a victim impact that goes on. This is on the other side what you see of pain and suffering, pistols and bullets. This is the other side of it. This is the side that don't nobody want to talk about. This is the side everybody want to show up when ain't nobody want to show up for the gun violence in our streets. Our young men have to wake up. I am that gangster.
Call and show your support, because we think it's rough right now, but it's going to even get worse than this as time progresses, because this is a situation to whereas there's never going to be another phone call, another text, another happy birthday, anything to that nature. And that's why we must be able to look at one another and say to our brothers and sisters that I got your back, no matter what, no matter how angry we may get, I have your back. And what I won't do is take it further than it needs to go. So let's continue to pray for this family. Let's continue to pray for this city and this community that God will send his help. Thank you.
We're out here right now. We thank y'all for coming out here. Y'all stay strong. We're going to stay with you. God is going to be with us and stay with y'all. We can't do nothing without God. We ask for less of us and more of Christ. As we decrease, we allow Christ to increase in our life. Transition. Romans 12 and 2, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Allow your mind to be renewed. You've seen the transformation from where he was broken down earlier crying because God was moving. God was moving. The spirit was moving, but his brother had to break down. My nephew had to break down. Now he's back out here up. But all y'all was questioning, why you got them children out here going through this? I'm glad that happened. I'm glad God works how he works. I'm glad it ain't man working. It's God working. Don't question what God has. As my brother said, there's no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Touch not my anointing. I'm more than a conqueror through Christ Jesus that strengthens me. If you're standing out here today, you don't have the strength, start praying when you're on your knees. When you're down there in that lowest point, that's when it's time to pray. God is strengthening you. Right now, the Johnson family's at their lowest point. But we're going to keep lifting them up with God leading us. Again, we thank y'all. We all make this possible. It's not no somebody's done anything better than anybody. We all have made this possible. We couldn't do this without y'all. Y'all are great. Corey smiling down. You know, y'all, he's up and down, I'm up and down, yeah. Because I get my strength to continue to do things for the family. His nephew, niece, I don't know what superhero Ellie is, but I gotta stay strong for them because bro would do the same thing for me. The shoe was on the other foot. So continue to pray with me and the family. The strength for me. You know, in the team that we're working together, Great Commander. Do it, tell them again. And dab on them haters. Ah, okay. Well, you want to make it dab? Go ahead, you got it. Okay. Okay. Basketball. Huh? Tarheels. All right. Go Heels. We got